That's not that I really need them, but okay. So we have 2 examples today. So what I want to do is do these, answer homework question. Well, you didn't have any homework that was due today. Some of you maybe didn't read directions. It said you have 2 nights to do the day 4-5 worksheet. It's longer, so that means you're supposed to do half today, last night, and half today. So I'm hoping to give you some time. Then I do want to pass back the quick quiz and the last quiz. I finally have everybody has made it up. All right, so here we go. I'm not doing anything new today, okay? Nothing new. So I'm going to pause and give you a minute or 2, and I want you to describe all the transformations, identify amplitude, period, domain, and range. If you need this, we're going to write it again. Oh, we'll do cosine this time. The amplitude is the absolute value of A. When you're in radians, it's 2 pi divided by B. I'm going to abbreviate phase shift is H, vertical shift is K. If you know what you're doing, you can get further along. Ooh, yes, looks good, looks good. So, on the quiz Tuesday, like on this one, I did want you to do it in radians, but like on the quiz Tuesday, I don't tell you which way to do it. If you see like a plus pi over 4, that means radians. If on the quiz you saw this one, you could choose degrees or radians, okay? Yeah.
Wait, if it does say pi over 4, it has to be in radians?
Yes, your graph has to be in radians. And that's what we're doing today, is all in radians. We're just practicing for radians. All right, so here we go. Jake, give me one transformation you wrote down. Awesome. Reflection over the x-axis. Cal, what's another transformation?
Vertical stretch of 3.
Good job. Vertical stretch of 3. Now, I want everybody to double check what you wrote down. Never ever is a stretch or shrink a negative. Okay, the negative is your reflection. All right, Brennan, what was the last thing you wrote? Of what? Well, 2 wouldn't be a shrink. 1/2, okay? So the inside does the opposite of what you think. All right. So Elise, what was your amplitude?
3.
Good job. You're going to take the absolute value of -3, which is 3. Mia, what was your period? Good. You're going to take 2 pi over the b value, so that's pi. Sarah, what's your domain?
-infinity to infinity.
And Max, what's the range?
I didn't do that.
Oh, well, let's do it together. So if you look at that a value, that's your clue.
Yeah. I don't remember if I did.
Okay, well, we're going to work it out together. So what does the -3 do to the y values?
It stretches them by 3.
Right, okay. So instead of it being the original, so now what's the range?
I'm not sure. Like 3.
3 and...
-3.
There you go. I knew you knew it. So it's -3 to 3. So then here's your table. You're going to go 0 to pi. So Gabe, what's halfway between 0 and pi?
1/2. Well, half pi.
Half pi, or we would say pi over 2. Humera, what's between 0 and pi over 2? Pi over 4. And then Avery, then if these are now going by pi over 4, this is now to 2 pi over 4. What's the missing value? 3 pi over 4. Okay. Drew, what is the original parent function y values for cosine? Just regular cosine.
1, 0, -1, 0.
Awesome. Okay, then what Max told us is we're going to multiply these by -3. So, Hannah, what would be the new y values if I'm multiplying each one by -3?
-3, 0, 3, 0, -3.
Awesome, you got it. Okay, so now you need to think about what do you want to make your tick marks? I could make each tick mark pi over 4. That's just going to be really scrunched. It's still possible. But what I might do, see, this is 2 pi over 3, or excuse me, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4. This would be 5 pi over 4. 6 pi over 4 is 3 pi over 4. Whoops. And 7 pi over 4, I almost got it. So I'm going to go to the left and try and finish it up. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get 2 cycles in here. This one did not have a phase shift or a vertical shift, so I don't need to worry. So I'm just going to plot 0, -3, pi over 4, 0, pi over 2, 3, 3 pi over 4, 0, pi over 3, -3. Great job on that parent function. Good job with the concavity. I think we're really getting the hang of it. So if I had 1 cycle, that's it. If I had 2 cycles, I would keep going. If I really needed 2 cycles, then I'd make each tick pi over 4, and then I could get it in there. Now, Max, can you see the range is the -3 to 3?
Yeah.
Like you can see it a little better, and it's okay to wait till you're done graphing. All right, try example 2 as far as you can get before I start. I described the transformations, then get your amplitude period. Now we've got vertical shift, phase shift. If you need to wait on your range until you're done graphing, that is okay. I did have a lot of stickers on this recent quiz. The average was like through the roof, really good. I think the average might have been around 92. It was really high. Hopefully you got pretty far. So, Brennan, what was one transformation you can tell me? Yeah, that'd be a shrink, right? Horizontal shrink of 1/2. Elise, what was another one?
Vertical stretch of 3.
Good job. Vertical stretch of 3. Mia, what was another one? Left pi over 4. Sarah, what's your last one?
Down 1.
Down 1. All right, so then, Lily, what was the amplitude? Good job. It's the absolute value of 3, which is 3. Then, Matthew, what is the period length here?
Pi.
Good. You take 2 pi over 2, which is pi. Drew, what's the vertical shift? Oh, it's not up again. Let's see what happened. Thank you. 6, 1, 0. Sorry about that. There it is. Thank you. All right, Drew, what was the vertical shift? Down 1. And Cal, what was the phase shift? Left pi over 4. And Mackenzie, what's the domain? All right, we'll come back to the range, okay? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to start with, we always do y equals a sine bx, okay? So in this case, that's y equals 3 sine 2x. So I'm going to make a table, and I'm going to go 0 to pi. So we just did this one. Then Gabe, what is the original sign for the parent function sign? What are the original y values?
0, 1, 0, negative 1, 0.
Good. Okay. And then Emma, what am I going to do to get my current y?
Multiply by 3.
Multiply by 3. So that's 0, 3, 0, negative 3, 0. Then here's what you do. You use the phase shift and vertical shift to create new x and y axes. So in case you sort of missed it last time, so this time, let's do pi over 4s, okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Call that pi. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll call that 2 pi. So that's 4 pi over 4, 5 pi, 6. That's 3 pi over 2. Okay. So I'm going to pause a moment, and I want to see if you can't figure this out, okay? Yeah. Yes. Did you see on them? Or did you? Okay, I'll check it. Thanks.
Wait, go home, Matt. Shut up. Oh, wait, no, it's on there.
Oh, is it?
It got
Okay.
it got updated.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta make sure I got my extra point, you know? Every percent matters.
It does matter. That shows that you're diligent. You're checking. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start it. So this is, I'm going to move left pi over 4. So I'm going to move the y-axis left and then down 1. Then what you're doing is you're pretending, so my table is 0, 0 is where the new x and y axis intersect. That's the new origin. So I'm going to plot a point. It's going to be right here. That's left pi over 4, down 1. But it's really my 0, 0. So I'm going to plot the 0, 0, and then what you have to do, on this grid, pi over 4 is 1 tick mark. So like sometimes it's been 2 ticks, sometimes it's been 3 ticks, depending on what I chose as my scale. So now I'm going to move right 1 tick and go count up 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's actually at 0, 2. Then I'm going to count 1 tick to the right, that's 0. 1 tick to the right and down 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's pi over 2, negative 4. To the right tick. And then let's just keep going because I want to get 2 full cycles on here. So now, what's my range? Yeah, Cal?
Well, the range is -3 to 3, but,
No, it's not -3 to 3.
Oh, -2 to.
-4 to 2.
-4 to 2. All right, yeah, Cal, what's your question?
If I, like, when I label the graph, does it have to be in radians?
Yes, because of the pi over 4. See, pi over 4 is radians, and I'm so glad you asked that because this did happen on the last quiz. If, like it says 0 degrees to 360, all answers should be in degrees. If it's 0 to 2 pi, everything is in radians. Because this was a shift of pi over 4 radians, the graph had to be in radians. In the first one, you could choose because I didn't see any degrees and I didn't see, so your phase shift is going to be what tells you, degrees or radians. And if there's no phase shift, you choose what you prefer.